Here we have the main draw. This time we won't start by the quali, because as we did the video for Dubai, when we started with Acapulco, the draw was out with the qualifiers included on it. This is because the draw came out when the final round of the quali was being played. Now we can start. Djokovic versus Klizan. Klizan is a very good player who can upset any player on the tour. However, we think Djokovic will come back stronger and will defeat him. Del Potro versus TFO. TFO is a next generation who's still growing. We think Del Potro's experience will help him take the match. Tomic versus Young. Young comes from a very good week at Delray Beach, but Tomic has to defend the final he reached last year, so we go with him in this one. Sela versus Kyrgios. Without any doubt, we go with the Australian. Thiem versus Simon. Domi is defending his title, and this isn't an easy first match. However, we think he will find a way to take it. Manarino versus Fritz. Fritz comes from the quali, and he won a very difficult match against Thompson, so we think he can also win this one. Edmund versus Quarry. Really tough match, as both of them come from a good result at the Delray Beach Open. Head-to-head in all types of tournaments, including challengers, is 2 for Quarry and 0 for Edmund, and we think this won't be the exception, and Quarry will win again. Robert versus Goffin. No doubts here again, as Goffin comes in a great level, so Robert has practically no chances to win. Isner versus Johnson. Another really tough match. It will be very close, but we go with Isner. Escobedo versus Kozlov. 2 next generations, but seems Escobedo had better results, so we go with him. Gomez versus Coric. 2 young players again, but definitely Coric will win. Dolgopolov versus Zilic. Zilic isn't at his best moment, and Dolgo comes from a great clay South American tour. We think no matter the surface change, Dolgo will upset the Croatian. Sok versus Nishioka. Sok comes from the title in Delray Beach, so he shouldn't have problems with the left-handed Japanese player. Thompson versus Lopez. The Australian entered to the main draw because of a withdrawal. However, Lopez will defeat him. Lorenzi versus Lu. Lu plays better on hard courts than the Italian, but he comes playing better, so no matter the surface, we go with Lorenzi. Misha Zverev versus Nadal. Not an easy first match for Rafa, but he should pass. A really tough first round is done. Now, let's go with the second one. Djokovic versus Del Potro. What will happen in this match? The same than in Rio, or the revenge for Nole? We go with the second option this time. Tomic versus Kyrgios. As we said before, Tomic has to defend the final he reached last year, but unfortunately for him, this will be the end of the tournament for him. Thiem versus Fritz. Thiem comes from the title in Rio to defend his title, so no matter the surface change, he should win. Quarry versus Goffin. End of the tournament for the American, as David comes with very good results on hard courts this year. Isner versus Escobedo. Isner shouldn't have major problems to defeat his young countryman. Coric versus Dolgopolov. Nice match, but Dolgo is a better player, so we'll see him on the quarters. Sok versus Lopez. One more tough match for the tournament, but Sok is getting clearly better results, so we go with him. Lorenzi versus Nadal. Both players play better on clay, but Nadal is clearly a better player, so he will pass. Quarters are ready, so let's start with them. Djokovic versus Kyrgios. Kyrgios is a great player, but if Novak has a good day, he shouldn't have any problem to defeat him. Thiem versus Goffin. Tim is a great player, but Goffin has been playing better than the Austrian and Hartgerts, so it will be another semi-final for the Belgian this season. Isner vs Dolgopolov. The two players are strong with their serves, but as Dolgo comes from two extensive tournaments, we go with the American this time. Sok vs Nadal. Sok comes from a great result last week, but we hope that Rafa comes back strong and reaches the semi-finals. Nearer to know who the champion will be, let's go with the semi-finals. Djokovic vs Goffin. As we said, Goffin is a great player, but Novak shouldn't have any problem with him if he is in a good day. Isner vs Nadal. Isner has a really fast serve, but definitely Rafa is a better player as he has more weapons to hurt his opponent. So Rafa will play the final. Finally set. Djokovic or Nadal will win the title. Get to know who next. Djokovic vs Nadal. Djokovic comes from the Australian Open with a bad result for him. Instead, Rafa comes with a really good one. So taking this account and the level they showed on that tournament, which is the last that they played, we think that Rafa will get his third title at the Abierto Mexicano TELCEL. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and we hope to see you on the next one. Bye!